What would you do if you realized the symbol of childhood joy in your neighborhood was hiding a dark secret? That's what happened to me. It plays the typical tinny music box version of Pop Goes the Weasel. Looks normal enough from the outside, but I've never actually seen it sell a single popsicle to a child. The driver, a doughy, middle-aged guy in a baseball cap, always seems to be talking to adults instead. I really started paying attention after my 8-year-old daughter, Lily, came running inside one day. Her eyes were wide. She said the ice cream man told her he was out of bomb pops, but asked if she wanted to see the special flavors in the back of the truck. I dropped the dish I was washing and sprinted outside, my heart hammering against my ribs. But the truck was already turning the corner, its cheerful music fading down the street. That was the turning point. I started watching, methodically. The truck comes by every Tuesday and Thursday around 4 p.m., just as the school bus drops the kids off. But instead of being swarmed by children with crumpled dollar bills, it pulls over only when certain adults approach. It's always the same handful of people. Mr. Turner from 2 houses down, a young woman who lives alone in the corner apartment, and a few others I don't recognize. These customers don't get ice cream. They slip the driver cash, he gives them a small, plain white box, and they walk away quickly, never making eye contact with anyone. The entire transaction is over in 30 seconds. My first thought was the obvious one. Drugs. It had to be. It explained the cash, the secrecy, the weird hours. So last week, I set up a camera in my upstairs window, determined to get proof. I zoomed in as close as I could, my hands shaking slightly. I watched as Mr. Turner walked up. He handed over a wad of cash, the driver went to the back, and when he returned, he passed over the little white box. But as he did, the lid popped open for just a second. I froze. I rewound the footage, pausing and enhancing the image as much as my software would allow. It wasn't a baggie. It wasn't pills. Inside the box, nestled on a bed of tissue paper, was a single, tiny, white baby shoe. My blood ran cold. This wasn't a drug deal. It was something infinitely worse. Suddenly, everything clicked into place with horrifying clarity. Mr. Turner and his wife, who lost their infant son a year ago. The young woman on the corner who I'd heard had a miscarriage. The other faces I'd seen, were they all grieving parents? What was this man selling them? Stolen mementos? Fake keepsakes? The thought was sickening, a vulture preying on the most profound grief imaginable. I called the police non-emergency line, my voice trembling as I explained the situation. The dispatcher sounded confused, skeptical. So, you think he's selling baby shoes out of an ice cream truck? They took my information but made no promises. I knew they wouldn't take it seriously. I had to get undeniable proof. Update. Yesterday, the truck came again. This time, a new customer approached. A man from the next street over whose daughter had been tragically killed in a car accident last fall. He was a ghost of a man, hollowed out by grief. I filmed the whole thing, the cash, the exchange of the box, but this time, the man didn't just walk away. He opened the box right there on the sidewalk. He sank to his knees, clutching the contents to his chest, and he began to sob, a raw, guttural sound of pure agony and relief. That's when the driver saw me. Our eyes locked from across the street. He wasn't angry. He wasn't scared. He just smiled. A calm, knowing, benevolent smile. He gave me a slow, deliberate nod, got back in his truck, and drove away. The cheerful music played as he left, but now it sounded different, not happy. It sounded like a lullaby for something that was lost. I'm looking at the footage right now. I have the evidence. I should call the police again, call the news, expose this monster for the ghoul he is. But then I look out my window at the man from the next street. He's still on the sidewalk, but he's not sobbing anymore. He's just sitting there, holding a little girl's hair ribbon, a faint, peaceful smile on his face. It's the first time I've seen him look anything but broken in months. And I'm faced with a horrifying question. This man in the ice cream truck, is he a monster preying on the heartbroken? Or is he some kind of twisted angel, selling them a piece they can't find anywhere else? And the real horror, the one that's keeping me frozen in this chair, is that I have the power to take that away from them. The truck is due back tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to call the police or if I'm going to go outside and see what he has for sale.